Neil, obviously huge game at Hampden tomorrow. How are the boys feeling in the build-up to it?
I think they're over the defeat last week. You know, they didn't deserve to lose the game. Played pretty well. Played pretty well the last couple of games actually against top two teams in the country. We've got Celtic again tomorrow, and I think it's a game that the players are very much looking forward to. It's a semi-final, and obviously it's a knockout competition, so we're going to have to be at our very best. But yeah, in a good frame of mind this week.
I don't think Brendan Rodgers is in the habit of underestimating teams anyway, but obviously fresh in his and the Celtic players' mind will be that fantastic performance your team put in at Celtic Park just a few weeks ago. But how much confidence did that day give you guys going into this game? Maybe if they can replicate that level, they'll again trouble Celtic.
Well, that's the intention. You know, they're going to have to be at their best and hopefully catch Celtic in bad moments. Celtic will obviously be hurting after Wednesday night, and there might be some sort of backlash from that. We have to be ready for that. But I can only focus on how we're going to play, and they've trained well. And obviously the performance at Celtic Park, while it was a good performance, still bear no significance on tomorrow, I don't think, even though it's still very much fresh in the memory.
Do you think your team will perhaps have to find a level they've not reached before?
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, this team are undefeated in over a year domestically, so it, you know, tells you about the tall order we have in front of us, but it's not insurmountable.
John McGinn, not to hark too much back to that day, but John McGinn had such a good display that day. I think he said particularly in the second half when he really grew into the game and took hold of it. That in his mind, going up against the same opposition, he must be buzzing going into this game. You know, that people are starting to really take notice of him, and he must be really G'd up and thinking he can make the difference.
Well, I mean, he's proved that. You know, he's a big game player, and I've got a few of those in the team. They've been at Hampden on, you know, a few occasions now, so it's not going to be unfamiliar surroundings for them. And John is playing very, very well. You know, he was excellent last week against Aberdeen. So he's in a good uniform, and I just hope he carries that on into the game tomorrow, because we're going to need everybody at their best. He's a young player still, but he's developing very, very well. And I think he enjoys the big game atmosphere, so I'm sure Celtic will have pinpointed him as a danger to them, so it's how he reacts to that as well. So it's a semi-final. No one remembers semi-finalists. I've told the players that, so it's important that, you know, they take the game in isolation, not think about 2 weeks ago, and just focus on the here and now.
Celtic have been dropping points off the back of European away games this season. Do you think that there is a vulnerability about them coming off the back of these big matches that they're playing away on the continent?
I think there's obviously fatigue. It's a big ask, you know, to play on a Wednesday night and then get yourself back up again for a 12-15 kick-off. I understand Brendan's frustrations that I've experienced them myself, and when I managed Celtic, and it's probably always a good time to try and play them, you know, without them having a midweek game. So again, if there's any advantage we can take, well, we must utilise that as best we can.
How big is your players' familiarity with Hampden? They've been there so often over this past 3 years, and obviously this amazing kind of record that they have in both cups over the last few years.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, for a club like us, it's important to, you know, progress in the cup competitions, and I think it gives added incentive for the players and the supporters as well, and certainly for myself. So realistically, you can only possibly win 2 trophies. You know, the league probably way beyond us, but you know, we're one step away from the final. That's what we have to focus on now, and make the most of the day and perform as best we can and leave nothing out on the pitch.
You've been creating a lot of chances, but possibly not putting them away. Is that a concern for you, that these chances seem to be kind of going begging?
It's a source of frustration rather than a concern. You know, in all the games we've more or less been on top in goal chances and goal attempts, so that pleases me. Just the conversion rate needs to be better, but you know, I'm hoping that will come as the season progresses. But we're playing very well. You know, T Green were very good. Just got the yips at the minute.
Is it the sort of thing that you can address on the training field, or is it just?
I don't think you can. I think you can practice and practice, you know, and you know, you never get tired of hitting the ball into the net, but replicating that into a match situation is almost impossible, and you just hope to do it on memory from the practice that they do every day. And we have worked on shooting this week, and crossing and finishing and all those things, but we're playing Celtic, so chances are going to be limited, I would imagine.
We spoke to the Motherwell manager, Stephen Robinson, yesterday. Obviously they're up against Rangers on Sunday. He was saying he felt his side and perhaps Hibs had been almost written off heading into these games, that the expectation was it would be an Old Firm final. Have you had a sense of that? I don't know if you're maybe referring to the BT Sport.
I think that's primarily the case, you know, the majority of the time. You know, there's an expectation on the Old Firm to get to the finals and compete in the finals, so it's nothing new. It has been low key, you know, the build up to the game, which probably suits me anyway. But in terms of our preparation, it's been pretty good and no different really to how we approach most of the games.
You've been on the other side of this as Celtic manager, getting into these big cup semi-finals and finals as the favourites. Is that something that can work against Celtic in these situations?
Like, Celtic are favourites in every game they play domestically, so I don't think it'll have any bearing on their mindset. What will maybe is how they're feeling after Wednesday night, and you can be a bit sore after games like that, and obviously, like I said earlier, a bit of fatigue in there as well. So, but I can't comment on how they're going to approach the game, just on how we will, and you know, we've had a good week and the players are ready.
Any injury concerns, or the guys good at hiding it on weeks like this?
Yeah, Stephen Whittaker's a little bit sore in the hip area. We'll see how he is later. Paul Hanlon, he didn't train today with a bit of a virus, bit of a cold, but he should be okay for tomorrow. Apart from that, it's as you were really.